Hello, today we'll try this DiffBlue plugin that allows us to generate unit tests automatically. So I'm going to create a new project. I'm going to name it AutoGen JUnit app. Then archetype, then create. Okay, so if you look at our POM XML, there's no dependencies right now. Later, you'll notice that dependency for unit testing will be automatically added. So let's go to our source folder, create the Java directory, which is the source of our application. Then from here, let's create a package. And let's just create a simple main app for which we are going to test our services. Okay, then here again, let's create a folder or package called service. So for our first service that we are going to test, let's create a simple math service. So this simple math service has a method that divide two number. Okay, so if you're going to use this method, let's try this one in our main method, math service, and then service dot divide, say 1, 1. Let's run it. Okay, so we're able to call the divide method from the math service, and the value was stored from 2a. Now, of course, there will be a few scenarios that you need to consider here, since if you're going to divide the number by 0, it will throw an exception. So basically, the correct way to do this is create unit tests first to cover all scenario. But since if you're lazy to create this unit test, there's a plugin that I introduced earlier, which is DiffBlue, which allow us to create these unit tests. So let's install first the plugin. So you go to settings, go to plugin, and then on marketplace, search for the plugin called DiffBlue. Then just install this plugin. Alright, our plugin is installed and requires a restart. So let's restart the IDE. Okay, so our IDE is restarted. So let's go to the service class. If you notice on the gutter side, you'll see an icon that allows us to generate unit tests. So it says write test for divide with DiffBlue cover. So you can use this one, or you can right click on the file, on the class itself, and select write test. So if you notice, there are two additional options, right test and the right skeleton test. Right skeleton test writes a skeleton unit test that need us to implement. The right test itself will create the whole unit test with implementation. So let's select right test. Okay. So the right test was unsuccessful since there are issues that we need to fix. So this issue actually appeared because we don't have any library for unit test. So you just click on fix all issues. So when you click on that fix all issues and then you go to the POM XML, you'll notice that Mockito and the unit test dependency is added. Okay, so let's try again. Right test. All right, test creation is done. Let's look at the test folder. Okay, so there's a new class now called math service test. Then if you look at the test scenario that it created, so you look at the different use case, positive, positive, zero, negative, and even the division by zero, which throws arithmetic exception, is also handled on the creation of the unit test. Oh, the red underliner is just inform us that we need to set the language to level 8. So we'll just click this one. All right. So it created a unit test for the math service. Let's create another service that has a little bit of complexity. Let's name it grade remark service. So this service will give us the remarks based on the numerical grade we pass. Okay. So we have here a method that returns a remark based on the numerical grade. So if we try to test this on our main app, Let's try grade remark service. Say we put in 89. Then we'll just sys out the remark. Let's try to run this. Okay, so our service is done executing. If you notice, the remark here for 89 is good based from the flow that we have here. But then we need to test all scenarios for this service. So we can create a unit test for this one. Again, right click and then write test. Okay, so unit test creation is done, and check the grade remark service test. And then check if it actually tested all scenarios. So you have the excellent, very good, good, okay, passing, and failed. So it was able to create a unit test for this service. So let's also check the coverage of our test. So we can run a test again, but this time with coverage. All right, our test with coverage is done. So if you look at the classes here, you'll see 100% method, 100% line coverage. Same also with the math service. Now on the right side, you notice that it's just 83% since the main app was also covered, but on the service itself, both classes shows 100%. Okay, so that's it. That's how to use DiffBlue to automatically create unit tests. Happy coding!